What is going on, guys? Today, once again, I'm going to be using Tier Maker. It seems like you guys really enjoyed the last video I did of Tier Maker, so like I said, if you guys wanted more of them, then I would be doing more of them. And guess what? This time, I think I have a less controversial topic this time, right? Last time I did me ranking how strong devil fruits were, and then I even had to make a follow-up video to explain how exactly I rank devil fruits and how I determine how strong I think each of them are, because it was such a disaster. But this time I think it's a lot less controversial. I'm going to be doing the, I guess, ranking of One Piece villains. Oh yes, so exciting. Okay. And keep in mind, I'm not going to be ranking them based on how much I like them as a character, but basically how well I think they're written, how well I think they fit into the story. So, and I'm sure, I mean, you guys already know, one person who's going to be in the S rank here, and you're going to say that it's just because I like him so much. But we'll get to that when we do. So, let's just get right into it then. So, first, okay, we have Absalom. Yes, I was told that in the last video that I should be saying these out loud in case you are not actually watching. So here we have Absalom. Yes, okay. They're honestly really small. It's a little hard for me to see them, so I wanted to confirm that. Okay. Let's see. I mean, he's not bad, right? I'll give him a C. Oh, wait, keep in mind we have the F here. It is purple, F for Franky, purple. That's perfect. Also F for failure. So it all adds up. Someone asked in my last video, a few people asked why I skipped E. And I guess maybe we only do that in the US, but in our grading systems, we usually have A, B, C, D, and then we skip E for F. Don't ask me why. I think the reason is because F is for failure, but not exactly sure because that doesn't apply to any of the other letters. So, yeah, that is why that is like that. Okay, Kaido. Well, I'm sure he's going to end up being awesome. But we don't really know too much about him right now. He's done basically nothing. So I guess we'll just leave him at C for now. Okay, who is... I have to... oh boy. Oh, is that... Okay. I see. We have Usopp's favorite friend ever, Kuro. I think. I mean, that looks like him, right? I see the claws. So I'm pretty sure that's him. He was actually really good. He's one of my more... honestly, he might be S tier, but I don't know if he's that crazy. So he was really good. He started off the series really strong. So that was cool. Here we have Arlong. He was pretty good, actually. Fuck. He was another really early game player. Man, what do I want to do with Arlong? He was part of such an amazing arc. He wasn't particularly deep, so I'll give him a B. He was extremely crucial to the story, and he was written quite well, but there wasn't too much to him, really, so I wouldn't quite give him an A. Okay, this is Wapol. Wow, some of these are really hard to see. And I mean, he doesn't really look like that. This is Wapol. Wapol I really was not a fan of, actually. I mean, he was fine for the arc, but his motivations were nothing, right? He was just an arrogant cunt, and we had no backstory or anything for him, so I didn't enjoy him too much. He was kind of funny. That was cool, but that was about it. Is this seriously Sengoku? Is Sengoku considered a villain? I mean, maybe an antagonist, and even that I would say is pushing it, but a villain? Well, I mean, if he's a villain, then he's not a very good villain, in my opinion, right? Like, are we gonna have to give him F here? Does that really make sense for him to be a villain? I'm gonna put him in F because I don't really consider him a villain. He might be an antagonist, but he is not very villainous. The rest of these guys are so far. Okay, here. Oh my god. Why do I have... Oh, it's Mr. One. Jeez, these are so hard to see. Can I, like, zoom in? It helps a little bit. We got Mr. One. Mr. One was pretty good. We didn't get crazy into anything with him, but he was a fantastic opponent for Zoro in the first, really, maybe the second big arc of the series. I mean, it's between the Nami arc and Alabasta for the first, I suppose. So it's pretty good. Foxy, I thought was complete dog shit. I'm giving him an F. I was so put off by that arc with him being probably the biggest cause of that. I just could not stand Foxy. I mean, I guess we're talking, how well is he ridden? I mean, what? He didn't really, maybe a D. I mean, he kind of has some interesting things to him, but he was not that great in my opinion. I won't give him an F, but he is no more than a D. Is this Spandam? This looks like Spandam to me. I think that's Spandam. He was really the backseat player of CP9, right? I mean, he was supposed to be in charge of all of them, but he didn't really accomplish too much. He wasn't really that vital for pushing the plot along, except for, I suppose, using the Buster Call. I'll give him a C. He's not obscenely bad, but he wasn't particularly good. What the fuck is this? Oh, it's Kaku. Oh my god, these are so hard to see. I'm gonna say that like 5 million times in this video. Kaku is actually really good. Another example of a really good opponent for Zoro. I think B is probably pretty good. Could he be A? No, I don't think he's quite A. I'm thinking Kuro might be S tier. You know what? I'm gonna give Kuro S tier. And with that being said, I'm gonna give Kaku A. That seems more reasonable. I think that makes more... Kuro, I mean, he's so good. He was so good. He started off the series quite strong. Khalifa. I didn't really like her. She was really one-dimensional in my opinion. I liked her even less than Spandam. I'm going to give her a D. Is this... Oh, it's Monet. It looks like Cammy. Cammy? 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 I think it's Cammy. Yeah, Monet. I actually liked her a decent amount, but she didn't really get too much. It's either C or B. I liked when we got to see a little bit of her relationship with Dofi, so I'll give her a B. Yeah, I suppose. That's fair. I feel like I need another... I'm gonna make a B minus. I'm gonna make a B minus. Let's see. Add row below. B minus. That's Monet. I don't know why. I feel like there needs to be another group there. That makes sense to me. Gecko Moria. He was pretty good. Yeah. I'll give him a B. He definitely kept things interesting the entire time. His Devil Fruit was pretty cool. I'd like to see more of him, honestly. I really, hated whenever he was on screen, to be honest, because of his ridiculous laugh and just how obnoxious he was, but he was a pretty good character. Kizaru. Well, let's see. All we've really gotten from him so far is Subodhi, The War of the Best, and just a few cuts to him in the manga during Reverie and whatnot. Can I give him a B? I think I can give him a B. He's really enjoyable. He's super enjoyable every time I see him. Fujitora, that's a solid A. No questions asked. He's not quite S tier, but he is an extremely good character. Who the fuck is this? Oh my god, who is that? This guy. Who is this guy? I don't think this person's canon. I really don't. I can't really see this person. I don't know. I'm sure I'm going to get yelled at like I have had in the other video. I mean, this guy. Does anyone know who this guy is? I'll put him there. I don't know who that is. I can't see it. It's so small. I really don't think that person's canon. It's going to be someone so obvious, like someone I know. But I just can't see it. Smoker. I have really mixed feelings about Smoker. He seemed really good in the beginning, and I still actually do like him quite a bit. But he's gotten shit on so bad. I guess that's really... It doesn't have anything to do with his character. I'm going to give him an A, honestly. I really like his subtle developments throughout the series. He's been pretty good. I'm tempted to make him B, but I'll leave him at A for now. I think he still has so much potential. Blackbeard is S tier. Uh, what the fuck? Is this Momonga or something? Oh, wait, is that, yeah, okay. Shiryu. Just so small. I see a sword and I figure it could be Momonga. Okay, he hasn't really done jack. I mean, he really only was an Impel down. He seems like he'll be really good, but I don't know for now, so I'll just give him a B-. He hasn't really accomplished anything. I mean, Akainu, S tier. Buggy. Buggy, I mean, he needs his own tier, right? Right? I mean, the question, where would that go is the question. I mean, I have no idea. But he should probably have his own tier. Pirate King Buggy. Let's see what we got here. I'll give Buggy a B. I'm tempted to give him an A. It's like the parts that he's so good in, honestly, he's fine in the beginning of the series. But the parts he's so good in is really the War of the Best and on. Or really Impel down and on, I suppose. And he isn't really an antagonist or a villain. You see, this is really becoming more of a antagonist list, which is weird. Like, Smoker and Fujitora are not villains. That's pretty extreme. Kizaru is not really a villain. So, I don't know. I don't even consider Sengoku an antagonist either, really. I mean, he has done so... Okay, I guess I gotta consider him an antagonist, because he was pretty important in the War of the Best. So with that in mind, I'll give him a B-. This thing, I still don't know what this is. I can't see that. So, yeah, I guess he really hasn't been an antagonist in his strongest parts, so I will give him a C. Because when he was an antagonist, he wasn't that special. He was fine. But when he became really pretty neutral, that's when he really started to shine. So I don't think it makes sense for him to be any higher than that. Perona. I've always disliked her. She doesn't really do much. Even when she's with Zoro on Mihawk's Island, I mean, she's really there for comic relief, and I don't consider her very funny. So I'm going to give her a C. She's not horrible, but I dislike her a decent amount as a character. Kuma, fuck. Kuma's tough because there's so much to his character. I mean, we see him in so many different places in the story, on so many different sides and factions, and now he's, I mean, what is he? Is he even conscious? Like, what's going on? I don't know what to think about him. I'll give him a B for now, but he could end up being S tier in the end game, seriously, especially if he regains consciousness. That would be insane. Sentience, perhaps. Okie dokie. Yeah, is that fair for Kuma? I don't know. I think that's good. Vergo. Alright, Mr. Vergo, where are you going to go? He's pretty good. He really created quite a presence in Punk Hazard. I didn't know what his intentions were the entire time. I enjoyed his loyalty to Dofi, as really all of Dofi's subordinates were like. I'll give him a B-. He wasn't crazy, but he was above average. Okay, now we got Magellan. Magellan was alright, but he didn't do anything too crazy. He was pretty straightforward. He had no development whatsoever, so I'll just give him a C. I enjoy having him in the story, but I don't think he was a particularly special character. Caesar, I have mixed feelings about. A B-. Just a little bit better than someone like Magellan. He's far more interesting than Magellan. That's for sure. What the fuck? Is this a person? Oh, is this Judge? Holy shit. Wow, okay. We're gonna look straight as balls. So what are we gonna do with Judge here? Judge was pretty uninteresting in my opinion. I really did not like Judge. I'm gonna give him a D. His motivations were just so lacking. I mean, I don't even understand. Did he not like his wife? Did he like his wife? I don't know. It wasn't really ever clear to me. He just seemed like an asshole for no reason, and despite his huge ambitions and whatnot, and how he's super evil and he just wants to be the strongest in North Blue, he ends up fucking crying at the wedding. it was just like, and even his kids were like, oh my god, this is, wow, you are an embarrassment, which he was. So I didn't think he was that great at all. Let's see, what do we have here? Is that Hody, perhaps? I see, like, water or something, so yeah, that looks like Hody. That looks like Hody. There we go. We got Hody Jones here, boys. I thought he was really bad, actually. Another D tier. 2 in a row, wow. I think he was really bad. It just... It wasn't executed properly, I think. Maybe he's not D tier. I mean, I thought the idea of having steroid pills or whatever they were called was pretty good, actually. I thought that was not bad. However, the problem I had with that, really, is that it wasn't executed properly. That's the best way I can really put it. I mean, it just kept getting overused so much. Like, he kept eating more and more. When he didn't have the steroid pills, he was basically worthless, right? He didn't stand a chance against any of the Straw Hats, which was like, okay, I guess that's that. But then he just keeps taking them, and it's like, okay, well, these are supposed to shorten your lifespan. It's going to have really bad negative effects. You know, you're probably going to want to avoid doing this if possible. But he just continues to do it over and over, and there's seemingly no consequences. So it's like, okay, well, I mean, what's even the deal here? Like, there's just nothing bad is going to happen? I don't know. I thought it was kind of stupid how that worked out, but I could just be being picky. I thought the steroid idea was super good. It was just executed poorly. So I wish it would have been done a lot better. I think it would have been a lot more interesting. Anel, I've never been a big fan of him, like how much I like him, but he was pretty decently written. It was quite well done, actually. I think I will give him a B. He was a pretty good villain. He was a true villain. Dofi, another true villain. Okay, you guys already know. I think it's absurd to put Dofi anywhere lower than that, honestly. But I don't know. So many people just seem to not get the point of his character. Crocodile was A tier, no questions asked. I could even see an argument for S tier. Senior Pink, he was so surprisingly good. I have to give him at least a B. It was so shocking, his backstory and whatnot. I couldn't believe how good it was. Sugar, fucking F tier. Fuck Sugar. She had zero backstory, zero explanation for her motivations. She had a devil fruit that broke the series. Everything about her was so shitty. It was so bad. I mean, oh god. The idea that Dofi would even have her around when she could one-shot him, it's just, I couldn't stand her presence at any point of that arc. And the thing is, too, it didn't have to be that way. Like, she could have had that devil fruit and everything with just certain stipulations to it, and it would have all made so much more sense, and she could have actually been given a little bit of background. It was just, I hated Sugar. She was so bad, in my opinion. Now we have Lucci. Lucci is A tier. A lot of people like to make him S tier, but he really isn't quite there. He is not a god among men. He was a product of the arc that he was in for the most part. That was really helpful for him. He's still very good, but the arc that he was the main antagonist of is what makes him so popular, in my opinion. Aokiji, so far I'm giving him an S. I think that is Aokiji, right? That looks like Aokiji to me. Yeah, I'm giving him an S so far, and I think that'll prove to be true. I mean, yeah, no, I think S is pretty good. There's just so much mystery surrounding him now, and that's really important even in its own right. I think he's certainly an S tier villain. Villain, such a weird word to use. Pudding, I didn't like her very much. She seemed very indecisive at all times. She had really weird development at strange parts in the story that didn't really make sense. I'll give her a C. She wasn't really bad, but she wasn't very good either. At least there were some attempts at development, I guess, even if it wasn't very good. Katakuri is S tier. He was so good. So underrated, I think. He's either really overrated or underrated. Like, people either just love him just because of his cool abilities and whatnot, and just because he's a Yonko commander, or they just hate him for no reason. I like him for the things that he actually did in the fight. His ridiculous development was amazing. So, yes, that is S tier. What the hell is this thing? What the fuck? I really can't tell who this is. Oh my god. Gonna be another shit show, boys. I'm gonna get yelled at again. Oh boy. I don't know. I mean, can you tell what this is? I cannot tell who that is. For the life of me. Whatever. Aokiji. He was... I mean, he had potential. He just didn't really do anything. He made the decision to help out the Straw Hats at the end. But that was it. I mean, I don't even know why he did it. It didn't really even see him in character form, so... I didn't think he was that good. Is he D or is he C? I think he's D, honestly. He didn't really get what he deserved, in my opinion. He deserved a lot more attention from Oda. Jack seems alright so far, and he's definitely really funny with how he's like the little kid of Kaido's crew. The commanders, I suppose. I'm going to give him a B- for now. This is pretty balanced. Look at this. This is a really balanced tier list so far. Shiki. I've never seen Strong World. And he hasn't really done anything in the story. I'm just going to put him in F by default. Because I haven't seen Strong World. And he hasn't really done anything. He was important in something that happened in the past, but we didn't actually get to see him do it all. So it's not like I'm saying he's bad. It's just like this is the default. I mean, two characters, I don't know who they are down here. And then the Sugar, who actually deserves to be here. So, Big Mom, it's all right, not amazing. I'll give her a B-. She's all right. She may be a little better than all right. I like her a decent amount. Smoothie is an F. Smoothie's an F. I mean, nothing, like, it really was, it was a meme every week. Every week a chapter would come out. It was just like, so is Smoothie, like, going to be involved in this arc, or what's the deal here? It was just, she was constantly put down by Oda for no reason. I don't know what the deal is with that. And now she's in Wano, and it's like, okay, is this it? Like, is she going to be huge now? Hopefully she ends up being important. But she has, we saw her in, like, one panel, and then she's gone. So, I don't know. She's a devil fruit user, so could be dead. Who fucking knows? With how she was treated in Whole Cake Island, I wouldn't put it past Oda to just kill her off right there. Oh, yeah, we have Lick City, as they call him. Okay, I mean, did he really do that much? I wouldn't say he did an amazing amount of stuff. He's definitely at least C. But yeah, that seems about right. It's not like he's as good as Big Mom, right? I mean, nah, yeah, C seems about right for him. He wasn't bad, but he didn't do nearly enough. And then we have Cracker. We just didn't get much from him, right? I mean, he came out super arrogant, and then he just continued to be arrogant the whole time. And rightfully so, I suppose, considering Luffy would not have been able to defeat him if it wasn't for Nami intervening. But that's not really the point. Even when he was defeated, he didn't really gain any humility whatsoever. It just, there wasn't really anything done with him. He was cool to watch, but I can't give him more than a D. He wasn't disgustingly bad, like Sugar or Smoothie or something. But nothing good really came from him. Except the plot moving forward, of course. So, alrighty. It looks like that is the full tier list. Holy shit, this stuff takes way longer than I could possibly imagine. I thought this was going to be like an 8-minute video. I thought I would just whip these out. But I guess there's a decent amount of them, so it takes a lot of time. Look, this is pretty balanced, boys. I like this. I like how it's nice and balanced. The other one seemed less so. At least I thought it didn't seem quite as balanced. It felt like I was putting people into lower tiers later on and higher early on, but I don't know. That's just how it felt. I felt like the A tier came out pretty quick. The S tier came out pretty quick. And the B, really. But, alrighty. Again, hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. Maybe you like these tier making things. It's the new thing, right? This is what everyone's doing. I think it's awesome. If you guys like these videos, I will pump these out all the time. These are super easy for me to do. I just sit here and give my opinion. So let me know if if you do. If you enjoyed this video, remember to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Do leave me a comment letting me know what you thought if you enjoyed the video. If you disagree with where I'm putting a lot of these, you think a lot of my lower ones should be a lot higher, and maybe vice versa. Maybe you think Katakuri should be way lower. I bet a lot of you are going to say Dofi should be way lower. I think that's insane. I think before the Dressrosa arc, people would have given him an S. And that's weird to me because I think Dressrosa is where he really became awesome. But that's just, you know, my speculative defense. So yes, make sure you do leave a comment. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have an excellent rest of your day, a great start to your weekend, and I'll talk to you guys on Sunday.